In 2015, this company claimed it could perform hundreds of blood tests using a single drop of blood. The technology did not work. Patients received incorrect results. Doctors relied on faulty data. Investors were misled. This was not a research failure, it was fraud. This is how Theranos collapsed and why its founder was convicted of federal crimes. The promise. Theranos was founded in 2003 by Elizabeth Holmes. The company claimed to have developed a blood testing system that required only a finger prick. The stated benefits were clear: less blood, lower costs, faster turnaround. The claims attracted immediate attention. Venture capital funded followed. High-profile board members joined. Media coverage was overwhelmingly positive. Holmes positioned the company as a replacement for traditional laboratory testing. By 2014, Theranos was valued at $9 billion. The reality inside the labs. Inside the laboratories, the technology failed to perform as claimed. The devices could not reliably run most tests. Error rates were high. Results varied widely. Clinical blood testing requires validation, collaboration, calibration, and documented accuracy. Theranos did not meet those standards. Test runs frequently failed. Machines produced inconsistent readings. When results appeared inaccurate, samples were often tested and retested using conventional laboratories. Using these analyzers required venous blood draws, not finger pricks. This practice was not disclosed to patients, partners, or investors. Test results were reported as if they came from internal Theranos devices. The core claim of the company was false. How the truth was concealed. Senior management did not disclose the failures. They concluded them and concealed them. Employees were isolated by department. Information was restricted and siloed. Internal concerns were raised. They were quickly dismissed. When devices malfunctioned, data were modified or just excluded. When accuracy could not be achieved, the limitations were hidden. This was not an oversight of issue failure. This was deliberate concealment. Misleading investors and patients. Theranos made false statements to investors. It overstated device capacities and capabilities. It overstated test accuracy. It claimed technology was developed by the military. They claimed that the technology was deployed by those military as well. This was completely untrue. Retail pharmacy chains Walgreens partnered with Theranos to offer blood testing services inside retail locations. Walgreens relied on information provided by Theranos executives. That information was inaccurate. Customers were told the tests were reliable and regulatory approved. Most tests were not approved for consumer use. Patients received results that could affect medical decisions. Those results were unreliable. This conduct constituted wire fraud. Exposure. Deception became public through investigating reporting. Internal documents contradicted public statements. Regulators began formal reviews. Business partners withdrew. Confidence collapsed rapidly. Operations shut down. In 2018, Theranos dissolved. Criminal charges. Federal prosecutors charged Elizabeth Holmes with wire fraud and conspiracy. The charges focused on false representation, made to raise capital and maintain valuation. Prosecutors alleged Holmes knew the technology did not work and continued to make false claims. After the trial, the jury returned guilty verdicts on multiple accounts. Sentencing and restitution. In 2022, Elizabeth Holmes was sentenced to more than 11 years in federal prison. The court found deception was intentional and prolonged. She was ordered to pay restitution exceeding $100 million to investors. The sentence reflected the scale of losses and the duration of the fraud. Arguments that this was business risk were rejected. It was treated as criminal conduct. What actually happened? Theranos did not fail because technology development was uncertain. It failed because facts were hidden. The devices did not work. This was known internally. Instead of disclosure, executives chose misrepresentation. Claims continued, funding continued until enforcement began. Theranos was not a breakthrough that fell short. It was a company built on false statements. The outcome followed naturally: criminal charges, convictions, prison sentences. This is what happens when claims replace evidence.